Hi, this is the Cook Expert and we're making bread. Bread is the first thing I made in my Cook Expert, and I have used every single appliance to make bread, and this is by far the best. So start off with 500 grams of strong flour, and I'm weighing straight into the metal bowl using the platform scales that come with the Cook Expert. 2 teaspoons of yeast and my favourite sea salt, and add 300 millilitres of water. You have to see this to believe it, so press any button that's on. We're in baking, and take it to bread, auto start. So in just 2 minutes, we're going to have a lovely piece of dough. Pauses now, and it's been stirring at 5. It now goes up to 9. But I take this opportunity to check the dough. This gives you the opportunity to add a little bit of water or maybe a smidge of flour, but this is perfect. I'm happy with that. This pause is also really handy if you wanted to take the cap off and add some seeds, some herbs, spices, and one of my favourites is sun-dried tomatoes and olives. That's really good. But what we do now is resume the programme, and now it's gone from speed 5, bringing the ingredients together, to speed 9, where it's kneading like a pro. Just listen. This is a quiet mark approved motor, and it also has very grippy feet, which means it's not going to disco dance across the work surface, even though it's 500 grams of flour being kneaded. Job done. Time to remove the dough. And this is wonderful. I've never ceased to be amazed at how beautifully soft and elastic the dough is. And I'm going to form it into a round, because the genius part now is that this can go back into the bowl and we can prove the bread dough in here. So in Expert, I can set it exactly as I'd like. And we'll take the time up to 30 minutes. The dough is going to sit there and just rise, so we don't want it to turn. So take the speed down to 0 and temperature at 30. Now this is perfect. It's going to create a nice ambient temperature, and because of the thermal qualities of the double-walled bowl, it's going to hold the heat in, and the glass lid prevents it from drying out. The Cook Expert has told me it's done, and it's risen beautifully. But here's a shortcut. I'm going to go back into the bread programme, and we're just going to give it literally 5 seconds on the bread programme, and what it's doing is it's going to gather up the dough for me so that I can just lift it out. So with this one piece of dough, I'm going to cut it up using my spatula. This is like an extension to my right hand, and I use it all the time. I love it for bread making. And I'm going to be able to make a small loaf, 4 pita bread, and a pizza base. The dough is beautifully soft, it's so easy to work. So the loaf is going to require a second rising. Basically, when it's about double in size, it's ready to go into a hot oven. 220 ought to do it, and 20 to 25 minutes. The pita bread, these are super quick, and that's why they're a great thing for a fast supper. About 8 minutes, again at 220. And the pizza, once I've shaped it, put any topping on you like, and that will take about 15 minutes in a very hot oven. There are loads more inspirational recipes in the book or app. Both come free with the Cook Expert. Woohoo! Fresh out of the oven. The great thing about home baking is that you have options. So there's no nasty additives, and with one batch of bread dough that takes just 2 minutes in the Cook Expert, you can do all this. So go on, bake.